Buzz down, Tatiana. I told her, buzz down. How you doing? How you doing? Happy pre-Friday. This should be that time, man. People just get hyped. They just get hyped just because they live in life. Just get hyped for no reason.
This is bad. It's
you know
for
what I'm
people
saying?
that
Just be like, start playing some old Juvenile. You know what I'm saying? Girl, you look good once you back that thing up. Big fine woman, back that thing up. Like, hey, I didn't come here for that. You gonna get it today. What's going on? What's goody? What's goody? It's your favorite guy, Jay Knows Credit, in the hoodie. In the hoodie. Jay in the hoodie. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What it do? What it do? What it do? Oh. Turn up for a check. Turn up for a check. Hope y'all having a great day. Keep forgetting on the West Coast right now. It's still pretty early for y'all. And it's like, see, 1:30, 12:30, 11:30. Dang, 10:30. Wow, it's 10:30 in the morning for y'all over there on the West Coasty. But I have to keep that in mind here. Hold on one second. Still waiting on my my new headphones. So I got these little temporary headphones right here. Just want to check in on something real quick. Yo, Dom, I'm doing a live right now. What you need? Yeah, I'm doing a live right now, but what you need? Yeah, you can't hear me? Hold on. All right, can you hear me now? Okay, cool. Do you need something? I'm doing a live right now. What you need? Okay, for sure. Okay, great. All right. Just want to check in, make sure I didn't miss something. I know she calls me around this time. It's got to usually be something important. So, but hey, what's going on? Shout out from, what's that, Santa Barbara, California, 8:05. Man, good morning. Good morning. Happy morning to you. Happy pre-Friday to y'all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people going to be like, oh, no, today, tomorrow's Friday. Hey. A lot of folks gonna have a good time. They got the refund checks. Everybody's gonna be like, yo, let's go out, let's party, let's do it. A lot of people, of course, are not gonna be in my live tomorrow because I know they're gonna go out and be like, man, look, get on the live tomorrow, man. Get you. But today is the last day. For those of y'all just now watching my channel for the first time, go ahead and give a thumbs up if you like the video so far because you think I'm crazy, or if you like the fact that I have a BMW hat on and you love BMWs, you can like this because of that reason only. You can give a like because you just like Ralph Lauren and you saw the hoodie. You can give a like because you knew I was gonna be ugly when you clicked on the video, so you just want to prove that theory that I was gonna be ugly when you hit the click button. So now you've been proven right. Whatever, man. Just like, share. You can ask a credit question if you have a credit question. I get that. I said credit. Ask a credit question for those who are just itching to correct me. People love correcting me. I don't even mind it, though. I'm like, yeah, I know I messed that up. I correct myself, and I do have a wife who corrects me all the time about certain words and how they should sound and all that. So I use her college degree because I don't have one in order for her to help me with my properness, so to speak. Anyway, So yeah, today's the last day to get certain credit services. Now I do my inquiry bomb service. Those of y'all know about the inquiry bomb. If you don't know, the inquiry bomb service is just a nice name. I want to give it something a different name. Okay, why bomb? Because it explodes once it hits and takes care of all your inquiries. If you want it all gone or whatever inquiries you want it done, once it touches down, they're gone. We eliminate them. So that inquiry service right now, as of today until 11:59 Eastern Standard. No, I actually do it for the West Coast. Okay, so excuse me, until 2:59 Eastern Standard Time, you'll be able to get that service for that price of $40 per inquiry. Starting tomorrow, it'll be $50. But Jay, somebody else already charges less money than you. I'm not asking you about that, nor do I care. I'm letting you know that what my charges are, $40 per inquiry right now until the end of the night. Tomorrow, no matter whose prices are what, my prices will be $50 per inquiry starting tomorrow. You do have the ability, if you do not have all of the funds, to take care of at least 5 inquiries. You don't have to do all your inquiries. Okay, you can just do 5 inquiries if you want. Or you can put down a minimum of $100 for your inquiries, and you have to pay it off by March the 15th. I'm not holding money for 3 months. This ain't no layaway program. You can put that money down, and as long as you know for a fact, you'll have that money by the 15th. If not, you forfeit that money because that money will get lost in my bank account. I'm gonna put everything on the spreadsheet where I keep up with it. After the 15th, I'm hitting delete on the spreadsheet. I don't care who's paid and who hasn't. You know you forfeited your money. I've already said this twice. So I just want you to know, if you're not going to have the money by the 15th, do not even put down $100. And I don't want to hear no excuses. I'm going to revert back to this video. I'm probably going to have a little point to where I'm pointing to it. Like, remember that video right there? Right, this one right here? Or these 2 right here on the left, you see? Anyway, so that's that. Also, as well as authorized user trade line packages. If you did want an AU package and you weren't able to pay for it all right now. Maybe you're the person who didn't get your refund check right now. I don't know. Maybe you're the person who just didn't get paid from your job, or maybe you had other things you had to pay for and the AU package wasn't your priority. No problem. It's $200 right now, $200 less for every package I have available. And if you lock it in, put down at least $100 on that, I will lock it in for you up until March the 15th for that price point. And you can pay it off. If you pay it off by then, you get your package. If you do not, you just forfeit that $100. Same thing. Don't want anybody to get confused about that. All right. So one thing that I hate more than anything is to have my time wasted. It's just like the worst thing. Like a lot of y'all, you value your time, you value because you might have a family, you might have kids, you might have things like that. Other things you have going on in your life. I mean, you might value smoking weed. That might be your time because that's whatever time that you have. That's what you value. Okay. So I don't want to cut into any time of yours that I'm wasting, and I expect the same exact thing from me. Okay. So I'm not trying to waste your time, so please don't waste my time or my assistant's time with, calling at 6 o'clock in the morning. People call at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock. People call at 4 a.m. Now, even though I'm up at 4 a.m. But I mean, you just got to think when you make a phone call to somebody. Like, if I ever do something with a client, I'll call a man. I'll call a man up until about midnight, an actual man. A woman, I'm not calling you after midnight. I will send you a text message, and maybe your phone might ding, or maybe it's on silent or whatever, do not disturb. But as a man, I'm not going to call a woman's phone at that time of night, because it could be anything. I could cause a fight between you, your husband, your boyfriend. Y'all could just talk about something or whatever. He hear that phone ring, and next thing you know, you're getting smacked in the face because of a man calling your phone or whatever like that. Who's that? I ain't got time for that. I ain't trying to get into that conversation. Yo, who the F is this, son? Why you calling my girl? I don't do that out of respect. So if you're calling me, or even if you're calling Dom, which is a female, you may not want to call at, a woman at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay. This may not be something you want to do. All right. Just have that type of thought process in your mind, like when you pick up the phone, like, oh, they're on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? They're not on the West Coast, so they're not at the same time. So, like I said, for me, it's different. You know, I'll answer the phone if I'm available at that moment in time. But calling early, like 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning, like, yo, like, bro, I ain't even got up, took a shower yet. Like, relax. Like, give me at least till, you know, at least to a banking business hour, like a 9 o'clock at least. I mean, even I'm up before that, getting my son ready for daycare and things like that. You just want to be able to kind of give some time for a person to kind of wipe the crust out their eyes, take a shower, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes there are days, and I'm going to be 100% real with you, there are days where I'll go the whole entire day and I won't take a shower until I'm done at 4:30 in the morning. After I'm done for my clients, I'm done submitting files. Then I'll go take a shower by the time it's 5 a.m., by the time I get into bed. And then from 5 a.m., I got to get up at 7:30 to get my son ready to go to daycare. So I'll get like 2.5, sometimes 3 hours if he sleeps in a little bit. But if not, I mean, I know he's going to come in and wake me up. Daddy, I want breakfast and I want pancakes. That's all he said. Pancakes, Daddy, pancakes. So just be respectful of, you know, people's time, whether that's a business or not. If a business has hours, I don't necessarily set particular hours. I just say be mindful of when you contact. Sending a text, send a text anytime. Making that phone call, be mindful what time it is. That's all I got to say about that. Now, let's get into some questions before I get too far behind today. You so hood all the time. You already know. Learn so much from the channel. I appreciate that. Murphy, I have 24 hours on TransUnion alone. Okay. Hey Jay, I've been trying to call but no answer. Murphy, actually, I'm going to call again around 7 p.m. I need the inquiries done. Murphy, Ashley, send a text message to 833-355-6697. Send a text. And in that text, put your first and last name in that text message. Okay? Because right now, I see a message. If you're watching Vanika, I see you, Vanika. Jerry, I see you, Jerry. Yeah, you can actually send that message, you know, whenever you have a second, just send that message with your first and last name, and I will get back to you personally. If you're available before 7, I'll just text you back and say, hey, if you got 5-10 minutes or whatever, you want me to, you know, give you some insight or tell you what to do, what the process is, so you know. And if you want to handle that after 7 o'clock, that's fine. Just want to let you know you have options there. Okay. Okay, let me see. All right, and Kevin Haynes, you have 24 inquiries on TransUnion alone. Okay, you don't have to do them all. As long as you do a minimum of 5, you don't have to do every single one. You might just say, I just want to get rid of what I can afford this time, or you want to put down and you know what you'll be able to afford come March the 15th. That's what you want to do in total. You can do that. I'm just doing it right now for a savings, for people to save. They want to do it. No pressure to get that done. I'm just letting you know that you can get some of them off, but you just got to do a minimum of 5 inquiries. Okay. Respect. I promise, Jay, you've been raised differently. Your type of values are different, man. A lot of people won't get it. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just not going to be. Just not gonna be calling people like that, man. Like I said, if it's a grown man, you know, and you know, I'll call, you know what I'm saying, as long as I know that grown man's not working at 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that, he's working the night shift, or he's already allowed me and told me to call him, or hit you up on Instagram message, and that Instagram message, you let me know that, hey, it's okay to call you, then I'll call you, something like that. But other than that, I'm not trying to get into no type of crap. And, you know, females need their beauty sleep. You know what I'm saying? They got to stay beautiful. So we don't want to mess that up. All right. We don't want them to wake up on the wrong side of the bed. They're going to be raising, you know what, all over the place. And I don't want to be the cause of that. All right. Let's see. What's going on, Alex? How you doing? Hey, what's going on, CA? Please state your phone number again. I'm going to type the phone number as because I am on a computer. I made sure I was on a computer today for this reason. There's the number right there. Mark West, how you doing? Jimmy B Gaming, how you doing, sir? Hopefully everybody in this chat, if everybody in this chat should already have a Navy Federal account. If you don't have a Navy Federal account and you've been on my channel, please get your Navy Federal account. That way you can already be prepared to get your $20,000 credit card you're going to be getting here soon. Okay, everybody get that. Also note that Navy Federal credit card rates are variable. They have variable credit rates. So you might be approved for 11.9%. That can go up to 13 or 15, and they'll tell you what that range is. Make sure you read your paperwork when you get a Navy Federal account, because a lot of people don't know that their rates are variable. And so your payment can change. Your payment amount, minimum can change, and your interest rate can change every single month, even though your payment amount is going down. So make sure you're able to manage that Navy Federal account properly and not think like, oh, well, they approved me for 11%, but they can change it up on you real quick. All right. Let's see. Olian Robinson, how much for a credit sweep? Price depends on total number of accounts, total amounts of debts, and type of accounts. If you want to know that, please give us a call. We can give you a consultation if you need one. If you already know what's on your credit and how much those debts are and how many negative accounts you have or positive accounts you want to get removed, then you can just let us know and we'll give you a price based on that. But the price is going to vary based on everybody's report and what they have. Have you ever dealt with USAA? Oh yeah, I got USAA, man. What you talking about, man? USAA, man. USAA. Yeah. I got USAA account as well as credit card account, as well as home insurance, as well as car insurance with them. Let's see, how much for trade lines? Are you talking about AUs or are you talking about primaries? The AUs, the packages are on this website. I will post the website for the packages right this second. That way you can view that. I heard my pecking there. All right, so there's a website there for the trade lines. You can also you can click that and look at the actual package there. George Dorsey, I have never seen primaries post. If you're talking about primaries with history, I don't sell primaries with history. I only sell primaries that are starting the day that you sign up for them. So which is better? AUs post faster, which is actually better for your credit score with no negative items. You're definitely going to need some AUs if you don't have enough credit history, if you want your profile to look the best. Preferably, you want to be over 4 or 5 years to get a good amount of credit as far as credit card funding, things like that. The perfect would be over 9 years. That would be perfect. But you're going to need primary accounts. Like, people get confused about what primary accounts are. Primary accounts are accounts that you are the primary owner of. There's no other BS with it. That's just really what they are. Primary accounts are accounts that you are the main holder of. You want to have primary revolving accounts, preferably, just because once you pay off your car or furniture or a house, even once you pay it off, it's not on your credit no more as far as open. Once it's closed, it doesn't have the same effect as it being open. So make sure people know that. Let's see, Michael. Yeah. Regarding being an AU provider, my credit cards are not set up online. I pay them through ACH over the phone. Can you work with that? Thanks. Yes, I can work with that. I just need proof. I got to have some proof. You got to send me some statements or something to show, the balance. If you get a statement in the mail or something like that, there should show something where it shows like, what your monthly payment is currently right now, what your current limit is, what your current balance is. It should have your name on the piece of paper as far as that statement. But I got to have some proof in order to back it up. that that AU is real, and I'm not just sending you money for you to take a client's money and just not post there because you really don't have any authorized users or you don't have a credit card in your name. So I have to make it to where it's provable. So as long as you can prove it, we can talk. And you can fill out one of the forms as well. Okay. Let's see. Great info. How many trade lines can I get for the minimum price? How soon will it take effect at the bureaus? Click that link that you just saw there. If you scroll up, you see the link right there where you can click on that and look at the actual trade lines. In the packages, there's no every package as of today until tonight at 11:59 p.m. They are $200 off. After that, they are going back to the price you'll see listed there right now. As far as the part where people ask me the questions like how long before they post, they are credit cards. Every credit card has a different posting date. So if you're buying 3 different trade lines, they're gonna have 3 different posting dates. Don't know why I get asked that question so much, but unlike unpopular belief, I don't know if this is a popular belief or not. Every credit card does not have the same reporting date, so I can't tell you they're gonna report, March the 2nd for everybody. It's not the way that works. But they will post for you based on whatever the credit card date posting date is. Okay. Do Navy offer business accounts? I just LLC my company. Jimmy Miller, I just found that out from my viewers that they actually have a business account. So I literally just opened one as well with them. And about to open up a second one with them as well. But yes, they do business accounts. You can go to a branch. You also can just go do everything online, submit your documents, and they will verify you and get you started as long as you have everything you need. But yes, they do have business accounts. AUs last 30 days, right. AUs last for 2 billing cycles. So for an example, if you're on a card and that card reports on March the 6th, that's the card reporting date. As of April the 6th, that will be the second time it reports for you. Once that reporting is done, you're taking off that card. Once it reports for both parties, the primary and the AU, everything hits, you're off. Now, you might have another card that reports on the 25th, for an example. All right, so once you add to that card, once the 25th hits, that's the first time, then it comes on again, the next 25th, and it hits. Those are your 2 billing cycles. All right, usually it's about 45 days. It's usually, that's kind of an average amount of days that you'll be on there before you're just, totally thrown off, unless I have like a lot of cards to where, I have a backup. I got not a backup, a line. I have a line for that card of people who are trying to get on that particular card. Might get bumped off a little bit faster than 45 days. Might just be, oh, it reported for you. You already applied for your stuff? Okay, great. And then, put somebody else on that particular line. But yes, 2 billing cycles. Can't pull up the site. Let me click on it myself. It says connection is not private, advanced. I want to proceed to this account. It's not letting me. Oh, it's because of my apologies. I put an S in it. That's why. I put the S in. Let me take the S out. My apologies. I put HTTPS, not HTTP. No. Otherwise, click directed links. Make sure I didn't hit a typo in there. My apologies. Let's try this again. Technology can be your friend, and sometimes it doesn't want to be. Oh. Give me 1 second. I'm about to pull it up for you. And you go and ask your questions if you do have questions. I'm still here answering questions. I'm just trying to pull something up to make sure something is working properly. Yep, I'm looking at it right now. I'll just do it like this. Here we go. There's a link there for the website for the trade line. Sorry about that. I must have typed something in wrong, but this right here, I'm going to go ahead and remove that one and remove the other one as well. Okay, so this is the one you need to look at here. All right, make sure I didn't miss any questions. Let's see, if I move and my address changes, will that affect the credit sweep process? It won't accept the process. It won't affect the process, but just know that you don't want to make any changes to your accounts as far as addresses are concerned until the sweep is done. Because now it's going to be like, they're going to think something's fraudulent is going on. And that might hurt the process. That's actually a really good question, though. But I just wouldn't make any changes to anything that's dealing with the credit bureaus. I wouldn't make any changes to like any address changes, any type of changes with anything that's reporting for your credit. No credit cards, nothing like that. Just hold off on that process. Let's see. Can you please explain more about CPNs and trade lines? Jada Taylor. So I don't do CPNs as far as the CPN service, but I will elaborate on a CPN and why I don't deal with them. And when it comes to CPNs, a lot of people are buying these people. They're posting, they're making these fake Instagram pages and Facebook pages and showing all these things. They're copying pictures from videos from other people, showing a lifestyle that it's not really them or none of their clients' lifestyles. They're just showing it to get people to spend their money. It's like CPNs right now are like people have made it into the new money flippers. If y'all think back, what was that? A couple years ago, when there was a big money flipper thing, people were like, give me 300, I'll flip it to 3,000. Give me 500, I'll flip it to 5,000. So these CPN people who are doing these CPNs now are turning that into that new type of hustle, as well as people who selling shoes. Everybody who sells shoes online is not legit either. They're just getting your money, have you buy some Jordans, they're not going to really send you. But for the CPNs, that is a number that you can get as a secondary credit number. Works just like Social Security number, so they say. But it's very hard to get funding with a CPN. The reason why is because the industry looks down upon it very, very harshly. Because it's like, yo, why did you not use your Social Security number? Why are you using a secondary number? Because there is a verification. And anytime somebody buys AUs from me, I put their Social Security number through a verification process. And so if it comes back verified, it is a Social Security number, then I'll add them to an authorized user account. If it comes back denied, then I don't add them to any authorized users whatsoever. Okay, the reason for that, when you add a CPN number onto a Social Security number profile, they automatically think it's fraudulent. Automatically, they'll shut the card down for the main user. And so that person has lost their credit card and everything like that. There are cases that people have had CPNs that I haven't heard of personally, but from what I hear out here in the world, with no proof, there have been a lot of people who've been getting CPN funding. And I don't knock that. I just don't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. It hurts my clients for people who try to finagle the system and send me a CPN and want me to add them on as authorized user. But right now, what a time to be alive. We're in a time right now where a person can get everything wiped off, clean off their credit is negative. So what's the point of getting a CPN if you know that, and people are charging more than Credit Suite prices for CPNs, and they question my prices. I'm like, okay, whatever. But people are buying those things in the hopes that they'll be able to get some funding when they can just clean their credit up, usually for the same price or less. I've seen some CPN packages, and I've heard people who are clients who have bought CPN packages or whatever. They've got history, they've got this, they got that. Spent $5,000, $7,000, $3,000 on these CPNs just to hope to be able to use it. And so people have tried, and they've tried to say, oh, well, can I get an AU? No, I don't have any for yours. Can I get a primary? No, I don't have any primaries that are opposed to yours. And so they've been looking and looking and looking. And so now they end up giving up because they're like, yo, I've tried everything I can try to build this profile up, and I can't. And so they just spent $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on something they can't use. And that's the reason why I don't really deal with CPNs whatsoever. Trade lines, though, there are two types of trade lines. There's primary and there's authorized user trade line. Primary, of course, you're the main user. Authorized user, just like it is, you're an authorized user of the account. In the cases when I add AUs, though, the AUs, people who are added as AUs, they don't get a physical card whatsoever. They're just piggybacking off of that person's credit history and using that as a trampoline, so to speak, to launch them into getting funding. So hopefully that answers your question. How much power if I got $30,000 trade line and it posts to all three bills as long as you make the $70 month payment? Do you think it's effective? If I got a 30K, you talking about an AU, I'm guessing, Shami. How much power? I don't understand the question as far as how much power. See, you getting a trade line that's authorized user, or you telling me a score, or any combination of the two doesn't really tell me, what you're getting. I'm sorry, hold on. Oh, you're talking about the Z Black card. Okay. With the Z Black card, I haven't done anything new with the Z Black card whatsoever because I haven't seen any postings yet. They talked about it's going to post, it's going to post, it's going to post. Last time I said it was going to post, it was January. Tomorrow is March. So I haven't seen the posting yet. Until I see a posting of the line of credit, I'm not making any moves or suggesting anybody to necessarily jump to do that right now. Once I see something that's been posted, then I will, talk about it once again. But at this time, I'm not saying that's going to be effective because I don't know to be 100% fact. Yes, your website has been doing that for a while, blocking people. No, it hasn't. It's just the wrong site. Like I said, I put an S in there, but the real website is right there for you to go click on there. Jay, got some great AU packages compared to others that charge the same price. You always got to do your homework. Yeah, I mean, like I said, and I said in other videos, I'm not going to bore y'all deaf again about that, but I've seen people charge $2,500 for one trade line. I can literally find them right now on my phone, and they, live in Miami and California. From a guy in 805, he might know people out there charging $2,000 plus for one line. And so now with me, you're getting 5. And so with getting 5 lines, people think that, I'm making some sort of killer profit and all that. I'm really not making a killer profit on that. The profit I might make might be like $300. Like, honestly, you might be spending $2,500. I might make $300. If you're spending $2,300, I'll be making $100. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like all that money is coming to me. I might be spending anywhere between, depending on the package, of course, anywhere between $50 on up to $400 for every line. So say, for example, you're getting a AU package with 5 lines. Okay, so $400. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 2,000. Is that right? 4, 8, 12, 16. Yep, that's $2,000. So if you were to get it discounted right now, if I paid $2,000 to get those trade lines, you're looking at me making a profit of $300 at this time. Now, if I have any special lines that I have to add because I don't have any certain ones available, I got to spend $500 for those lines. So anyway, I just want to tell that to be very transparent, so y'all know I'm very transparent about stuff. Let's see. Jay, I got a question. My first card was Chase Freedom. It's $1,000, and I got $380 on it. Should I pay it down or off before applying for another card? $380. That puts you at like a 38%. You want to pay that down to at least 10%. You can pay it completely off if you want. If you have it, pay it down to under 9%, under 10%, which is 9%. Before you apply for anything else, wait for that to report before you apply. Doesn't mean you can't apply right now and get a credit card. I'm just telling you the most optimal way. Wait for it to report to the credit bureaus before you apply. I've seen a lot of people end up paying their credit cards down, then they start going applying right after they pay their credit cards. No, the credit bureaus don't know that yet. So when you say, well, I got everything paid down, what's the problem? They don't see that. They still see your high balance. So make sure that you get it reported before you actually do it. And of course, the rapid rescore, if you're trying to get something done fast, rapid rescoring will help with that. And people asking like, why would I use rapid rescore? I'm not buying a house right now. Well, in some cases you do need it if you want to buy a car really fast, or you're trying to get credit cards right now because you got a goal you got to hit. You might not want to wait as much time as it takes to report. That's when that will come into play. Just so people are aware of why I use that service and offer that service. Extended through the weekend. D card 2323. Oh, well, like I said, I'm really already extended through March the 15th. People just have to pay at least $100 down in order to lock in the price for it. And then they can pay it off by March the 15th. That is basically like an extension right there. So if a person doesn't have the $100 to put down on it, they may not want to buy any packages from me yet. Their main focus might be just getting an emergency fund, getting a savings account. That's everything 100% real. Because credit is important. Getting your credit and profile is important. Don't get me wrong. But you having backup for emergencies, you having money just in case things happen to your car, you having money just in case something happens, God forbid, to somebody else, you got to help somebody out that's in your family. It's better to have it than to not have it and, have it blown somewhere else that, you didn't have to spend that money. So priorities, take care of priorities first. But that is my basic extension right there by having it available for people to put down $100 and then they can, just pay it in full by the 15th. Okay. I have a credit card that Navy Federal closed. Will a credit sweep get rid of that? And will I be able to get another credit card with them? Very great question. So if you got a card that closed, keep in mind that everything's done by a computer system. All approvals are done by a computer system. Let's do a manual review on your credit. Everything's done by that. Now, is your checking account in the negative? Like as far as did they close your checking account because you didn't pay that off? Because they can put you in check systems for that. So if you're in check systems, then that can hurt you. Who's ringing my doorbell right now? This is very unorthodox on my live. Oh, it's a package. Good old Amazon Prime. So who's ringing my door right now? Somebody comes to my house. Somebody knows where I live at. Quick pause for the cause. What I got? Let's see. Oh, I had to get back to my question, so I had to catch up to myself. It kind of threw me off there. Oh, getting another credit card with them. They could have it in their system. The only way to know would be to, apply for them. But that would be a last resort for funding. There are plenty of other funding sources you can get that also give you, $25,000 plus dollars that I do. So I go through a lot of applications. I have a whole list of banks that I deal with when it comes to funding. And I've done it so many times. I basically know if a person has a certain score and they have a certain number of years of history, I kind of know what they're going to get approved for out the gate. Like I kind of know, I know a company will give you $25,000 easy as long as you can prove your income. If you can prove your income, they'll give you that like simple. And I'm not talking about Navy. I'm not talking about PenFed either, because PenFed is one company that will give you up to $40,000 in a credit card. And they're going to mainly pull your Equifax report. If you don't have PenFed already, just quick plug, Pentagon Federal Credit Union, do not get one yet. If you don't have a checking account, do not get one right now. Only get a checking account when you're ready to apply for credit funding through them. If you want a credit card with them, wait to get that. The reason why you want to wait, because they're going to pull your credit in order to give you that checking account. But they'll use that same pool to give you a credit card as well. So instead of having 2 inquiries, you can have 1 inquiry. So there's no rush to getting that account. If you just want to have a federal credit union account, just call Navy, tell them that you had a great-great-grandfather who served in the military, who's no longer with us, and they'll give you an account if you just need a checking account. But don't just go open a Pentagon because you're just going to waste an inquiry on doing that. Quick plug, just because I changed my mind there. Yo, I seen that CPN for $7,000 and people buying it. Yeah, and that's crazy because people think that their credit is so bad it can't be helped. And sometimes it's good to share things that people, and if you want to share something, even if you just share a message like, hey, sis, guys, just know there's nothing on your credit that can't be fixed. And I had a client call us. Oh, man, it's been so busy the past like 3 days. I can't even remember if it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, the day before that. But within the past 3 days, had a client call me and tell me he had 7 bankruptcies. Was it 7? 6 or 7 bankruptcies. And he wasn't really happy with the price he had to pay to do that. He didn't want to pay that price, which I'm like, bro, you got 7 bankruptcies though. Like, man, like, what you want me to do about that? And Sonia, there's nothing wrong with filing bankruptcies because I know people who file bankruptcy as a strategy. And that's what business owners do. Business owners file bankruptcy and go start a new business, get rid of all their debt, and then, give all their assets to all of their friends and family, all their assets, file bankruptcy, and then come back with a new company and then collect all their assets back from their friends and family. And then they're just back on top with no debt. So don't ever let anybody tell you, for those of y'all out there who have filed bankruptcy before, or people who have, maybe you judge them because they filed bankruptcy, understand that most businesses, that is their exit strategy. Even if they're making a lot of money, they're like, yo, bro, we can just file bankruptcy, get rid of all the debt we got, start a whole nother company, whole different name, or add an S to the name, or put an extra dot in the name, and have no debt. Yo, that's a great plan, bro. Let's call our lawyers up and write that plan up, and let's execute that. But that is a strategy that is in place for companies to use. They also have it for people to use. A lot of people don't use it properly, but don't let people tell you that filing bankruptcy is a negative thing, because you can file bankruptcy and be back on top easily. Now, do I think that people should just, I got $5K in debt, I should file bankruptcy? That's just ridiculous to me. And I see people file bankruptcy and not really need to file bankruptcy. Like they just, if you got a car, you can't pay for that car, give that car back. Go get your used car. If you go to buy here, pay your life. You can't get one finance. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, I got bad credit. I don't care. Go. You can get a car. You can get a car. If you can't afford a car, dude, you need to start Ubering. I know how much Uber costs. You need to Uber to work, take the bus home. I know you don't look cute on the bus stop. I don't care about that. You said you want to save some money. You said you don't want to be in your situation. You don't have to file bankruptcy for $5,000, $10,000. That's not enough debt to really be filed bankruptcy with, in my personal opinion. I feel like that is just a way of a cop-out way of like, oh, okay, well, I don't want to pay that $5,000. So you're going to mess up your credit for most people 7 to 10 years just because you don't want to pay $5,000. That's crazy to me. All right. If you're going to do it, if you're going to use it, you're going to use that strategy, use it to where it actually makes sense to do it. Not that it's just going to, oh, I'm going to, save $100 a month. Like, it's not worth it that way. But anyway, get back to these questions. Do you help new businesses with startup funding? As of March, I'm still waiting on some full approvals, but it will be in March. I will start doing some business consulting through RTI Group Consulting. You'll be able to get I'll be able to help people build their profiles to where they're in place to get funding. I'll tell you what you need to do. I'll tell you what we do on our side, what you have to do on your side, so we can meet halfway and get you where you need to be. Now, one thing I'll say as well is that business funding or business credit, let's say business credit for just entertain it for a few minutes, okay? I don't want to get too many crazy business questions. I know a lot of people are not even doing business yet. But for those of y'all who are watching right now and you want to get business funding, understand that business credit does not work the same as personal credit. What do I mean by that? Let's say you get a bill for your, let's say it's an Amex card. Okay, so you got an Amex credit card. On that Amex credit card that you get personally, you get a payment date, say it's March the 6th, and minimum payment $35. Okay, as long as the payment clears by March the 6th, there's no harm done. You paid the minimum payment, everything's good. Reports to the credit bureaus, you made the on-time payment, everybody happy. Business credit, on the other hand, doesn't work like that. So if you got a bill that's due on March the 6th and you pay it by March the 6th, that actually hurts your credit. If you pay it when you get the bill, that helps your credit. That's why I want people get in the mindset right now. If you want to have a business, learn how to start paying your bills when you get the bill. Now, there are certain bills that I never pay on time. That's because they don't affect my credit. I just don't care about them. I pay them whenever I feel like paying them because I don't want to just have to spend that money. So my cell phone bill, I do not pay that on time. Never. I don't do that. It doesn't affect my credit. I don't care about that. But my credit cards, any personal business loans, those are paid as soon as the bill touched down because business credit is based on experiences. You got to build up a certain number of experiences to get to another tier of credit. And there are 5 tiers of credit. So you got tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, business credit scores go up to 100. They don't go up to 850. They go to 100. So if you want to be in the upper echelon of business credit to where you're getting a lot of funding, business loans and credit cards in high limits, to get that, you need to be in the upper echelon of 80 plus paydex score. That's the scoring. It's from 0. You either have no score at all, or you have somewhere between that and 100. When people tell me, hey, bro, my business credit score is 330, it's 500, 700. I got a 700 business credit score, bro. That's when I know you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're just talking because you heard somebody say it and you think it and you're trying to impress me. Ain't no point in impressing me. I ain't trying to impress you. Don't try to impress me. At least know what you're talking about. Okay? But when people come in, I'll be like, oh, you got a 700 business credit score, huh? Oh, man, that's great. Congratulations. Okay, Yeah, you about to get some funding through somebody. Okay, all right. Oh, you want $500,000 in business credit? Okay, well, yeah, man, maybe I can help you with that. Yeah, okay. In my mind, I'm like, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. He has no idea what he's talking about. But back to the business building of the tier 1, tier 2. Okay. So if you want to graduate as you're building your profile, of course, you got to have certain things in place before you can build it. But as you're building your profile, you want to get from tier 1 to tier 2. You got to build it for a certain number of experiences, which I won't say on here. I keep something to myself. Okay. You got to build up a certain number of experiences to get from tier 1 to tier 2. You got to go certain experiences there to get tier 2, tier 3, and 4 and 5, and so on. And so I know what that algorithm is. I know how many you need to get to every stage, and I know how long it takes. So I can build you from scratch of having nothing, and then into months down the road, not years, like months down the road, having an over 80 plus paydex score, and then being able to get yourself some funding with that. Now, can you get funding before that? Absolutely. Can you get a personal guarantor? You can guarantee on your own. You got a 750 credit score yourself, and you want to go ahead and start applying for some business credit cards right now. You got sole proprietorship. You can get business credit cards right now. You don't need to have an LLC. You can get business credit. And you can call that business credit, Polo Lover. Polo Lover is my business name. Or it can have no business name whatsoever because you're sole proprietorship. And you can get business credit cards without that. I'm talking about just getting it from scratch, building your business profile up to getting to that paydex score. Because now you can have a credit card for business and it doesn't do anything because you don't have a paydex score yet. Just because you have a business credit card does not mean you have a paydex score. Just because you got a business checking account does not mean you have a paydex score whatsoever. So a lot of people get confused that they, well, I've had a business, I've owned the company, I've been running the store for 10 years. You can see any Chinese restaurant or anywhere, and I'm picking on China, I'm saying that for an example. You can have any restaurant out here that has a legitimate business in the building, and they're making, $20,000 a month or a week in profit and all that kind of stuff. But they might not have no business credit whatsoever. Zero. A zero score. So don't be impressed by that when it comes to people saying they can do this and do that. Just make sure you know for yourself. If you want to know, if you want to learn, or if you just want to build your profile for that, yes, it's going to cost money. It ain't free. If you find out for yourself, you want to do it yourself, that's fine. If you want me to do it, it's going to cost money. Just understand that. I got to do, I got to build a business here, okay? Everything can't be free. Oh, man, you holding up. Can't give everything for free? No, I cannot. Don't be funny. Anyway, let's get back to some more questions. But I do funding. I will have funding source. I have 17 banks I'm waiting on approvals for. I do have 2 bank approvals so far, but I'm waiting on the full 17 to really launch my March Madness business funding. I'm gonna do like some March Madness crazy business funding things. It's gonna be ridiculous, yo. So y'all look out for that. Especially when I get all these banks in order, in line. Man, it's gonna be crazy. I was gonna cut this live short today, but it's kind of hard for me to do that because I like to pour out information. But I do have a lot of work I got to do, a lot of work. So I won't make it way too long, but I do want to make sure I'm getting everybody's questions answered. What is rapid rescore? Jada. Rapid rescoring is when you basically you have for example, you have a loan and you just paid that loan down. But when your credit report hasn't reported that yet. You just paid it down and missed the reporting date. The reporting date was February 25th. Now, you want to go buy a car. Your car just broke down. Your credit score is only 619. You need to be over 670 before you can get a car approval, for an example. Okay, just letting you know. Now, you have a better chance of getting a car with a better interest rate if they can report what you just paid down on that credit card or that loan, because that credit card might drop your utilization down from maybe being at 60%, drop it down to being 10%. And so you need to report right now. You don't want to wait until February 25th for it to report. You need to report now so you can go buy you a car. Okay, so now you pay for the rescoring program. You got to send proof that you paid whatever debt you paid down. We take that, report it to the credit bureaus, and then bam, instantly it reports. And now it shoots your score up immediately. Now you can go apply for that car because you need a car that day, or you can go get that. You can go rent that property that you're trying to rent because you need to get a place to stay, or you want to apply for some credit card funding. And the best time to do that was right now because you might have another credit card that has a high balance or a higher balance. And when that reports, your score is going to drop even lower. So if you get everything reported now, you can get your car out the way, you can get your rent out the way, rent that place, they approve you, bam, 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 and then go and apply for some credit cards real quick, get that funding, bam, 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 before that next credit card hits, that brings down your score even more, and you're a happy person. Hopefully that was efficient enough as far as an answer. I did what you said yesterday and applied for a new federal account. I'm now waiting for approval. I'm excited. Fantastic, Letitia. Fantastic. I can prove my income, but I have about 33 inquiries across 3 bureaus, but I need to get those off before applying for funding. Chris Purvis. I would highly suggest that because I have clients, and depending on who I apply with, if I'm doing it for you, doing it yourself, doesn't matter. Certain places will be like, oh, well, you have 5 inquiries over the past, 2 months. You have too many inquiries. That's the denial. The denial is not because you have negative items. Denials can come straight from, oh, you look desperate for credit. You've applied for 33 places. We don't want you. We don't want to take that risk. Now think about that. If you own the bank, you own a bank, okay? You run their report. You see they've applied to 33 places over the past 2 years. 33. You're like, 33. But now they might have something that's recent. They might have just applied somewhere else before they applied for you. That same day, or the day before, or last week, or last month. You're like, man, they already applied for 4 places. Now, you don't know if they got approved or not. All you see is the inquiry. So they could have an inquiry from Amex, an inquiry from Capital One that just hasn't reported to their credit yet. So their credit profile currently is not showing the full picture. And so they might have other debts they just accumulated up. So you might be like, nah, bro. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I ain't giving this guy no money, man. He might have already got some money already. I'm not messing with this guy. I'm not messing with this girl. Because you are a high risk to that bank at that point. So my suggestion would be for you to get those removed. Do you want to get those removed with me? That's just up to you. I'm just saying if you want to get proper funding, you can get all your credit cleaned up except for your inquiries and then go hit one button, apply for something, and they'll say you denied. Just based on having too many inquiries. It's happened plenty of times, a lot of people I know. So I'll let you think about what you want to do with that. Okay. Yeah, I wish I knew that. Pentagon got me on the hard inquiry. I was being too fast. Oh, you just got that like recently, like in the past couple days, couple weeks? Think like a Christian. Will bankruptcy get rid of credit card debt? Bankruptcy can get rid of credit card debt, yes. Jay, what did you say about Pentagon Federal Credit Union? I said to not get an account right now until you're ready to apply for funding with them. And you can use one credit inquiry to get the checking account, savings account, and a credit card. Because if you do them separately, then you're going to have 2 inquiries. It got to be within the 30-day period of you getting an account and applying for a credit card where someone's going to count as 1 inquiry. Yep, Sears just did that, filed bankruptcy, and the same people who run Sears are buying it back as a new company. Rich people use bankruptcy to get richer. Absolutely. What's up, Jay? I was wondering, in the ultimate credit package pricing be around for a while? I want to do that, but just got to get some funds up first. Dre from the Ville. Yep, that's going to be around for a while. The price may not be the same, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be around for a long time. BMW guy myself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm just biased. I like BMWs. Everybody has what they like. Some people love Honda Civics. Some people love Volkswagens. They swear by Volkswagens. Everybody's got what they like. You know, I fell in love with my first BMW when I was 24 years old. That's when I bought my first one. And, you know, I just sat in just to be playing, and they let me lead with it. They let me take it. And after I took it, I mean, they let me take it. After I took it, I was like, man, I can't drive nothing else. It was just very hard for me to drive another car after I got one. But anyway, people be lying so bad about business credit. Everyone told me I need a net 30 to get my cards. That was a lie. I skipped net 30s and went straight to cards, and now my score is growing without those. Yeah, it's all about how your account is set up, and it's best to get someone to tell you to. Yeah, there's so much stuff out here, man. It's like, you know, I've seen so much wrong information out there. I just let it be what it be because, you know, who am I? What service is ending today? Service is ending today as far as the price. Service itself is not ending today. It's just the price is going to change as of today. So inquiry prices are going up. AU packages are going up. Everything is going up. And it's not really that it's really going up. It's going back to its original price. That's really what it is. But if you're new to my channel as of February, then it will seem higher to you because you haven't been following me for long enough. But yeah, let's see. Jerry, what's going on? I hope not the credit repair program. Not sure what you're asking there, Mr. Bill. Frank, for the March Madness of business funding, how do you prove your income? How do you prove your income for the business funding? Tax returns. Yep, just did it on Tuesday night. Okay. Do you have an inquiry package for people who have a lot of inquiries? I don't have a package for that. I do have the UIS, but that's gonna be going forward with how many you have going forward. I may put something together for that. But what do you mean by a lot? Everybody's definition of a lot is different. So I might put something together if a person has like, you know, 50 plus. I might do something for that, you know. But I mean, some people, I mean, a lot to me is more than 5. If you got more than 5, you got a lot. If you got 30 plus per bureau, you have a lot. But yeah, what is your definition of a lot? With the credit sweep, do you remove all negative items, even with closed accounts? With the credit sweep, I remove whatever you want me to remove. You can get a consultation. We'll tell you what's negative and what's going to cost to remove those negatives, but it's still up to you to decide if you want to remove those negatives. Because I have people that I tell people that, hey, you have an open account, but it's hurting you really bad. You might have, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 late payments on that account, and you know, you might need to remove that, or you could keep it, which is fine, but just know that those negative items on that account can still hurt you when it comes to funding. You might have a clean profile and may not be able to maximize the clean profile only because of those negative items. Now, it might be what you have as far as the most history. So you might want to keep that on there, and we can also try to do some traditional methods to get those late payments off, but that's of course going to be an additional fee if you're trying to do the traditional way. But yeah, it's all case by case. It's not like a dead set thing. And you can also remove open accounts that are positive if you just don't want them to show in your credit report no more. You don't want to get rid of that debt. You can just take it off as well. PenFed is open to the public. They do have a thing you got to spend a little bit of money on. They got different, like a little program you got to spend money on in order to get an account, pay a little bit of money to get an account, but anybody can get a Pentagon account. Does Navy run a hard inquiry for opening a savings account? That's a good question. I don't believe they did. I've had my savings account for a long time, like literally a long time. So like even before I even knew that they did credit cards and, you know, and all that. So before I knew anything about the whole credit industry, I had Navy Federal. So I really couldn't tell you. Really couldn't tell you that. It's been so long ago. If anybody knows, if y'all have gotten a Navy account, they're gonna go. You can go through check systems, but I don't believe they do a hard inquiry. I don't believe they do. But for that credit card, yes, TransUnion. Only got a small limit card for my business, so when you start business funding, I'm definitely doing business with you. My business profile is not 100% where it needs to be. Doesn't the credit repair program delete all the negatives as well? Is it still going to be $79 and $120 a month for 6 months? Yeah, if you're talking about the traditional credit repair service that I have, you're talking about it does get rid of all of the negatives. And make sure I didn't miss anything out about that question. Yeah, the traditional credit repair service does get rid of all your negative items. The credit sweep service gets rid of whatever you want to get rid of. Usually people don't want to get rid of the negatives, but you can get rid of negatives and positives. It depends on what you particularly want. Michael McRae, over 15 is a lot, but paying $50 for each would be crazy. That's why I asked about a package deal. If you ever put together a package deal, I'm in. I got like 15 over the last year. Okay. Michael McRae, what I'll probably do, you never know. Let me write that down. I like to write down stuff. So let's see. Put it in my notepad right now. Put it in with my other note that I wrote yesterday. Make the video on the new Experian credit jump thing. So let's see. Make video on and make a service on. Make sure I got that. On a package for current inquiries. I think I'll do that. I'll make a package on that. I'll put something together for that at some point. But that package is going to have a minimum. It ain't going to be 5. It's going to be for the people, like you said, who have a lot of inquiries. I'll put something together for that. Let's see. Up on there, Fredo, last week. Got my cards yesterday. No hard inquiries. Fantastic. I did savings and checkings and didn't see a hard pull. Fantastic. Thanks for that feedback. Navy didn't for me. Fantastic. I need a hard inquiry deal too. I'm with Michael J. Keys. Oh, Jay, please make that happen. Got you. Got you. We'll work on that. That'll be the next step here that we do. And let me make sure I didn't miss anything I wanted to talk about today. I don't think I did. I think I talked about everything I want to talk about today. Let's see. What is the approval turnaround time for Navy Federal when you apply for an account? Usually instant. You usually apply, you get instant. There are times where they'll have you wait a couple days as they might review it. Especially if you got a credit freeze or something like that, you're definitely going to have to wait. But you can get an instant decision. If your credit is top notch, you will definitely get an instant decision. My first Navy, I got instant. My second one, I had to submit proof of income. Once I submitted my proof of income, then I got that second card. All right. So, real talk moment, and I'll let y'all go about your day. Like I said, happy Thursday. Life is sweet. Sweet like sugar. This is some organic sugar right here. Life is sweet. Hope everybody values their life. Don't think, your life is over because of money, because of credit, because of things like that. Make sure whatever you do as far as like on an everyday basis, no matter what you're doing, have joy while you're doing it. I don't care if you're pumping your gas yourself because you live up north somewhere and you have to pump it yourself and it's cold. I don't care if you work somewhere and you don't like where you're working at right now because you can't change it right this second. You got to have some expectation and reason to go on, reason to wake up, find some purpose. Find some purpose in what you're doing. Too many people out here are ending their lives based on social media, based on somebody not loving them, based on not being in their right mind, based on being picked on, talked about, because they're not perfect in whatever in the world perfect is. But please value yourself enough. Please start to love yourself if you don't love yourself. Don't put on any fronts. Have somebody that you can talk to if you want to talk to anybody. If you don't have anybody to talk to, write it down. Write it to yourself. Get your own diary, notepad, something like that if you just need to get it out. But there are a lot of people who have a lot of fake smiles and they don't like their life. So if you don't like your life right now, get around people who love their life and just ask them questions about why. Like what do you like about, what you're doing? What do you like about where you are in your life? You know what I'm saying? Get some feedback from other people. Feed off of their energy, but don't get by yourself. Okay? That's just some, some real talk right there. Those, my friends out there, my YouTube friends, check on your friends, your close friends. Check on them. Call them. People that you got on your phone right now you haven't talked to in 6 months. Text them. See how they're doing. You just never know. There's just too many people just dying too early just because of, harassment online, of Facebook message, picture, videos, crazy stuff, man. It's just crazy right now. So don't matter what color you are. That doesn't matter. All ethnicities are, killing themselves, because of depression, because of all that kind of stuff. I don't mean to get real deep with everybody, but it just, it literally just popped up in my head, just laid on my heart right now. This wasn't a plan to talk about. It's just, it's like, yo, man, just sit and think for a minute. You are alive. Do you know the chances of you being alive right now? The chances, what the calculation is of all the people that could be alive right now, but you're one of them. If you really soak that in and just stop for a minute and stop thinking about, your credit, your money, stop thinking about everything else. Yo, you are a living, breathing person. You're not a leaf. You know what I'm saying? You're not just getting blown by the wind back and forth. You can make your own decisions. You can think properly for yourself. You can hear. For most of my viewers, you can hear. You can see for most of my viewers. And you can walk for most of my viewers. It's a beautiful thing. But I don't think that people take that for granted so much. And, they talk about, I don't have this, I don't have that. There's so much people saying that they don't have, not understanding that they have so much that a lot of people will never have, ever, my wife is from Sierra Leone. And, there's people who have to walk. They literally have to walk 4 hours to get water. 4 hours just to get water. You think about, you want to take a shower. You got to walk 4 hours to get water to bathe yourself. And then if you want to drink something later on and you ran out of water, you got to walk 4 more hours to get some water. That's your whole day. But now we got convenience. We can just get up, jump in the shower for 5 minutes, or just sit there and just let the water hit us. Waste water for a good, 30 minutes and then wash. It's just think about how blessed you are. Whether you believe in a God, higher power, the universe, you believe in self, you believe the black woman is God, you believe the BMW symbol is God, whatever. But you gotta just believe yourself, man. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Oh yeah, and watch your kids too, man. Definitely watch your kids. Watch these people. Watch your kids online. People doing different suicidal videos, all that kind of crap, man. But yeah, just definitely count your blessings. Man, I know a lot of people probably woke up, man, just mad today. Mad they had to do, they had to run errands, saying like, yo, my tire, like I just got my wife's car fixed yesterday. That was $440. Then I was driving my car today, and then my tire push light, cut on, pulled over, nailing my tires. I had to go get another tire. Just did that before I came, and talked to you all. And so, like, yo, it's just a nail. Like, it's of course you don't want that to happen. But I was just telling one of my friends about this earlier today as well when it did happen. I was like, yo, you got to have a BS account. And you're like, what's that? A BS account is an account that you get together because you already know in your mind some BS is going to happen. Everybody out here who's watching this, I'm not speaking death upon you. I'm going to tell you real talk. Some $1,000 BS is going to pop up on you. $1,000 BS. I don't know what that BS is. I don't know if that's you have to put money together for a death. You have to fix your car that costs because your transmission went out. You have to put forth money because you got a water leak in your house and it's not covered by your warranty or something. There's going to be a problem that's going to be over $1,000 that's going to set you back if you don't plan for it now. These things are going to happen. It's not a matter of it's when. It's going to happen. Are you going to prepare yourself for that when that time comes? Get you a BS account. That's what the BS is going to be thrown at you. And when the BS comes, you be like, okay, I seen that coming. I see you. I knew it was coming. I seen it coming. But when you don't plan for that, when you start taking your life for granted, and this is what people do, take their life for granted, and they spend money on all these other things, and they don't have anything put away for the BS that's going to come in their life. And then they get mad about the BS. They're so angry about all the BS that comes up. Now, you knew BS was coming. If you didn't know, I'm telling you right now, the BS is coming. What are you going to do about the BS that's coming in your life? Financially, it's going to come. Okay? Emotionally, I can't help everybody with their emotions because everybody's different. I just pray that you find somebody you can talk to about anything to where you don't feel like your life has to be in it for that. But financially, you can plan for the BS. And there are more people dying and breaking up in marriages and relationships for money, because of money, or lack thereof, having it, lack thereof. Okay. On top of that, everything else is just like infidelity. But as far as breaking up, like that. But there are people who in their life for that as well. My boyfriend doesn't love me. Nobody loves me. And but when it comes to your money, at least you can plan for something that doesn't cause your emotions to go so wild that you feel like you want to, go crazy or hit somebody or fight somebody at the bar because your day was bad, or, you end up having more problems because of one problem. You beat your kids at night. You drink heavy at night, and then you start fussing at your wife and blaming her, and because she ain't cooking you no meal, or you come home and your feet hurt, and then you start talking down to your man, talking to him like he's a boy or something like that, just because your day was bad and because you don't like your life, and you didn't expect this marriage to be as hard as it is, and you're taking it out on everybody, yourself, your family, your kids, your mama. You're not answering your phone when your friends call you. You don't even answer texts. You don't post on Facebook no more because you're scared. People gonna see your life. Like, all these things come up just because of one piece of BS, no matter what that BS is. At least you can plan for BS. And I'm telling everybody, you're gonna have BS happen that's not gonna be financial. You got to have it in your head that, yo, whatever BS is coming my way, I'll be able to handle it. Whatever that BS is, I'm going to prep myself. I'm going to prep my mind for it. I'm going to prep my bank account for that. And that way I can be able to handle it emotionally, to not do something stupid. So that way it carries over to something else. Like, there are people who are locked up right now because of some BS happening. They couldn't handle it emotionally, and now they're locked up. Some BS happened. They couldn't handle it emotionally. They had sent up for their woman at the club. Someone sent them their J's. Yo, man, you scratched my J's. What you gonna do about it? Well, man, shoot. Punch you in the face. Now you're dead because you couldn't control your emotions. You had to show off. You had to be a man. A lot of these things happen. These things happen like all the time. Things like that. So control your emotions. Plan for the BS. Now, I will tell you now, if you touch my wife, now we're going to have a problem. There ain't going to be no emotions. We just going to have at it a different way. I'm already planning for that. I have that plan in place for that. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep your emotions in check. Have a level head about things. Plan accordingly. A lot of people just don't plan. Even with people hit me up about trading. They want to learn how to trade. They want to trade better. You might have a plan already for trading. Follow your plan. The reason why you're losing trades is because you're not following your plan. The reason why you don't have your money together right now because the plan that you wrote down on a piece of paper in that notebook's in your garage somewhere, or that notebook's in the closet under your bed or in a drawer, and you're not looking at the notebook. You went to a financial seminar and you wrote notes down, you spent money on that seminar, you go on YouTube, you watch videos on how to get money and things like that, but you don't apply them. It's just a lot of people who do not do what they say they're going to do. And their mind is just all over the place all the time. And so instead of being double-minded, I want you to stay focused. Stay focused on your goals. Think futuristically. Don't think in the right now. When you think in the right now, you go crazy. Think about what's going to happen in the future. Think about, like when I had nothing. All I could think about was like, yo, I can't go no further down. I can't go no further down than going to McDonald's every day, buying a McDouble cheeseburger, add pickles, add pepper, add lettuce, and add Big Mac sauce because I can't afford a Big Mac. And then getting either a small fry or a McChicken sandwich because I had a $2.13 limit every day. That was my spending. I didn't have a place to stay. I didn't have no car. I was living in people's houses. I was breaking into old abandoned buildings. I didn't have no license. I had charges. I had no education. All I could go was up. There was nowhere else I could go but up. So that was, I could never live in the place where I was at that time mentally, because I wouldn't survive mentally where I was if I thought only about where I was. But I understood that if I spent $2.13 a day, I could have a lot more money in my pocket. So what I did was I went to give plasma. I don't know if you can see that right there. I used to give plasma twice, 3 times, 4 times a week and make $35 for giving my plasma. And I got a job and I work my job and I pick up shifts. I work in serving tables and I would work double shift. I work lunch shift and night shift every day. Every day I would be working a double shift. In between my shift, if I could get some free food from the cooks, if I couldn't, I'm eating a McDouble cheeseburger or my McChicken sandwich or my French fries that were small. I dip it in some barbecue sauce, some Polynesian, whatever. I mix it up, put some other sauces on there I got from the restaurant, whatever. My point is, when you think about futuristic things, the right now doesn't matter. The right now doesn't matter. I always look at the future, always project out and see where I'm going to be in my life. You know what I'm saying? I always look at and I speak about where I'm going to be, what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. I'm going to accomplish this, I'm going to accomplish that. These are the dates I'm going to accomplish those things in. This is the time frame I'm going to accomplish these things in, and I make it happen. And for some people right now, the right now is what's killing them. The right now is what's making them go crazy. The right now is not where your mind should be. The right now is just it's false. The right now doesn't say who you are. That's not what the right now says. The right now just showing you or helping you build yourself up, helping mold you to the person you're going to be years or months in the future. It's all prep. That's all it is. It's all prep. Just use this prep time as experience that, and take notes on your experiences, because you're probably going to write a book one day based on your life, based on whatever you're going through. You might write a book one day. So take notes about it. Put it somewhere safe, and when you look back, wherever you are, when you look back and you see, like what you did, what you overcame, what you came through, what you had to go through to get to where you are later on, like, man, most people couldn't survive that. And it's just a beautiful thing when you can think that way. Anyway, not going to bore y'all to death. I know y'all like, man, this dude done got real deep on us. Okay. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Let me answer these last couple questions, and I'm going to get out y'all way. Let's see. What is the approval turnaround time for Navy Fed when you apply for an account? I think I answered already. How do you know if you have a credit freeze? When you apply for something, let's say you apply for an Amex card and you don't get an instant decision and you don't get a denial. A lot of times it's usually because you have a credit freeze. So if you call them, usually they'll tell you, like, yes, you have a credit freeze in your account, blah, 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 blah. Most credit freezes are going to be done by you or somebody who's fixing your credit. There's not usually an automatic credit alert. It's usually something that you have to personally put in place, because they're going to ask you different words. They might ask you for a code word, a PIN number, stuff like that to verify. They might have to send you an email. But that's how you would know. Life is beautiful, and what's that? And fall in blessings, because it's just a lesson. Real talk. Watch your kids also. The mamo mess is crazy. Good message, Jay. Get that vent out. Me and my dad love to vent to each other. He gone now, so I missed that. Count your blessings. Absolutely. Tell him. How you doing, Carissa? Good to see you. By the way, I signed up for the Ztegra, and I was wondering if you happen to hear the update. He's saying if you did the credit booster, blah, 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 $30,000 trade line. Yeah, I haven't even got any any news or read about any news about it. I've literally been waiting for it to post. I don't want to hear about no more talk about what they're saying is going to post, What they sound like the typical person who's probably fixed your credit before, who said they're going to fix your credit and they never fix your credit. For those of y'all who are dealing with me right now, like I think the guy I showed the other day, or I showed his work, I think that was Rene Vargas. I think he said he paid like 2 different people before he actually got to me, to where I actually fixed his credit. So a lot of y'all know the excuses you get from people saying, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna fix your credit, Yeah, this had happened, that had happened, and all that. And so until Troy Mason and anybody in the Ztegrity camp does a posting, I don't care. I don't care about nothing they're talking about until they post for myself and my clients. That's all I care about, is to keep what promise you said you're going to do. If you don't do that, I don't care about nothing else. I don't want to hear no announcement. I'm not getting no teleconference, no telecall, no nothing until you deliver on the postings of the credit. That's when we can talk. That's when I'll advertise it, tell people to do it, and push it. But I want it to post. I don't want to get into all that extra back and forth about their stuff until they post. But hopefully they do. I am a very optimistic person, but I'm also a very real person to understand some of the BS when I hear it. But I'm not going into like June, July, and they're talking about, oh, it's gonna post now. Like, it's supposed to post in January. Nah. I will delete that video. Nikita, I look forward to your live. Thank you, Jay, for your words of wisdom and encouragement. But yeah, that's what that is. Hopefully you'll have a fantastic day. Man, I've got a lot of work to do. I mean, man, work. And I'm gonna let y'all go. But yep, 59 mixed text over here. 59 missed text I gotta respond back to. Lord Jesus. Not including I gotta finish all these letters. So I will get y'all on the next video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. Hopefully y'all on here tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of people won't, because they're gonna be celebrating on Friday. Everybody got these checks now, man. So they don't want to do nothing. They don't want to talk about no credit right now. But I do have those other videos coming. I know I said, and I hate not delivering on my promises of post videos, but there's a reason. The reason why I haven't posted my newer videos or finished editing them to post them is because of the volume of calls and texts that I have to go through. I can't depend on just my assistant. I have to be there to help answer some of these calls. And then I also got to do all of these letters writing that you all are wanting me to do, because you paid this money for your services. So I looked last night till 4:30 in the morning doing letters and submitting files. And so I literally didn't even submit them all. I literally had to stop and look at what time it was. It was 4:30 in the morning, and I needed to go to sleep because I had to wake up so early. So I was like, man, so I'm finishing up the ones I had left over from yesterday. I'm finishing up those today, as well as taking on new people who are paying for services today and putting their stuff in tonight as well. So it's going to be another long night. So I'm running on 9 hours of sleep in the past 3 days. Literally. Not even trying to be blowing no smoke or making any excuses or saying anything like that. I'm just saying that I'm putting in a lot of work. That's all I'm saying. So, I'll get some new videos up as soon as I can. But I do want to make sure I delivered on my promises, especially to have my live sessions done. But as far as all the editing I have to do and all that, I'll take care of that as soon as I get everybody's files, because that's what they really care about, is their files being turned in and their credit being fixed. That's your main thing, is, yo, Jay, I want you to fix my credit. Like, the video can wait, I'm sure. So yeah, hopefully y'all subscribed, you liked the video, share the channel with somebody else, and welcome to March Madness tomorrow. Oh, and Jimmy, you just got your Navy. Fantastic. The Z card, no, it didn't never post. Never posted. That's why I'm not even talking about them until they do something and they post. Until they post, we have nothing to talk about. But yeah, Jimmy, let's get it. Everybody, the J Knows Credit, favorite guy in the hoodie, or at least he's trying to be your favorite guy in the hoodie. Signing off. Y'all be blessed.